So let's see how these guys do. Don't need that. Get our full track map here. And let's see who will be first to jump for the team. And looks like it is going to be a Haas. Is it Brad? Yes, it is. Brad is going to be first out on deck. So Brad being out on the track first, and let's see, he is car number 8. Interesting number for him. So yeah, Brad joined the RPL server literally 45 minutes ago, and this is his debut race. So, see, I wonder how he will do in his first ever outing here. Jordan. I think we're there we go. I think we were having issues with the mic here, but hopefully things are working. Okay. Yeah, we are good now, but we're gonna go on board with Reese. See how well he does. We're on board with him as he makes his way through turn number 2. Now these are the tight 90-degree turns for turns 1 through 4. If you're not careful, looking to get up into 8th gear, all the way, doing pretty strongly. And Gecko immediately out. He has crashed in turn 1. Okay. Did not expect that at all. Anyways, here we go into the very, very, very tight section that is the castle. And he makes it through easily. Leaves nothing to chance here. Gets up to about 190 miles an hour right at the end of Sector 2. There he comes. Now these guys are going to get full out, full blown as he makes that left-right of that fast chicane. We'll get Reese coming out of there around almost 190 miles an hour. Really fast speed. He is, that's for sure. And now gets the DRS, gets everything set. And here he comes across the line, and it is a 37.5. So a 37.5 for Reese to start up, followed by the 2 Haas's of AK and Brad with 42s. And as more times start piling in, Jordan 39.2. Red Fire Tiger 40.1. Beatnik 39.8. Jack, look at Jack on the medium tires. Jack on the medium tires sets a 38.7. Looks like we have someone stuck. Oh, that is Matt. Matt just pulled a Leclerc. He's in the castle. Matt pulled a Leclerc. He just got himself stuck in the castle there. Anyways, let's see. TB also put in a fast lap. 37.9. Only a couple tenths off his teammate. Now let's see who else got in there. And look at this, Zakaria in the Williams. Zakaria in the Williams. 40.0, a tenth up on Red Fire Tiger there, and it's Cryptic, by the way, his first F1 race, a 39.8. So that puts him 6th fastest right now. Polygon, the other Aston Martin, is 3rd with a 38.3. Well, the chiller's gonna have to go again. No one's in there. So let's see. So it looks like Noam is gonna be the next one to finish. So Noam's gonna be next to finish. Matt is gonna be after that. And he just invalidated it. So he's gonna have to try again. And who the hell is that? Oh, good night. Whoever pancakes these. And there goes Bourbon again. Bourbon's just not staying. Let's see what Matt can do at least. As he comes across the line. And it's going to be in the 37s. Oh, wow. Wow, Matt GW splits the Mercedes. He's only 100th off of Reese. That's just nuts. But all eyes on this man right here. The two-time defending champion and current championship leader Luke is heading on through. He is looking to put himself through. I'm willing to bet with the time he's got, he's probably going to get into the 36s. Is he? No, he's not, but he does get top of the table. 37.3 to kick it off. So 9.5 minutes left to go in this qualifying session, and we are losing one. We have lost one in the form of Gecko, but the question is, which other two is going to join them? Because top 15 will be moving on in into Q2. And Bourbon trying his best. This is like the 6th time Bourbon has joined and quit. Bourbon is just not being able to stay. Let's see what here. So Noam, the Chiller, NRM have yet to set a lap. And currently, once those three actually get a lap, if it is where I think they will be, they currently, I guess the two that might join the Gecko out of this qualifying session in Q1 is going to be the two Haas's of AK and Brads. Let's see, did anybody improve their times? Oh, I see, one I missed is Payox. Payox in the middle of that field in 8th place. So, I will be honest, if I was the top 5, Luke, Reese, Matt, TB, and Polygod, they definitely have done enough to get themselves into Q2. So, I think those guys are in the 37s. I think they should be okay. And Brad's does improve his time. He was a 42. He was a 42.8. Now he's up to a 40.7. And he's almost a second clear of AK. And Bourbon is here. Okay, Bourbon has finally made it, and he looks like he's in the other Williams. Let me just confirm it here on this race director. And yes, he is. Bourbon is in the other Williams. Well, let's hope. And there he goes again. Invite me again, I need a setup. Anyways, there comes Noam as he comes across the line. Where will he go? 5th fastest, 38, almost a 38 flat. NRM. And a couple tenths ahead of his teammate. And the Chiller goes 9th fastest. So once Bourbon gets back and he has a setup, as it sits right now, AK, Brads, those two right now are definitely in the bottom 4 and at risk of going out of Q1. Zakaria is the driver at risk, and two drivers that are on the cusp of being knocked out is Beatnik and Redfire Tiger. So basically 13, 14, and 15, they should start sweating and hope and pray that they can make it through into Q2. Now Bourbon will be going through, will be coming back in, and he'll get it back going. Actually, let's take a look at Beatnik actually while we're thinking about him. Let's see what he's got. He's about a 10th up, so he'll pass Cryptic at this current pace. Let's see what Beatnik can do. Here he comes. Gets that DRS open as he comes across the line. And a 39.6. He puts himself ahead of Cryptic. Now Jordan, he's gonna have to go again. And our RM is in the pits. Actually, Beatnik is going again for another lap, I think. And Noam has called it a run. He's in the pits. He's called it. So, few people out on track now. We have Cryptic out, Zakaria, Beatnik, AK is out on deck. And is Bourbon yet to come out? Bourbon is yet to come out. We only got 2.5 minutes to go. To Chiller, he's called it a run. Bourbon's gonna have to get out now or else he's not gonna make it. So let's see, we're gonna start with, looks like we're gonna start with, okay, Bourbon has made it out, is on deck, but I'm not sure if he'll make it in time. Anyways, Cryptic we're starting with, and he's not improving by much. He's only a few thousandths up on his old time. And Salt is in! So there's the other AlphaTauri, it's Salt. Now unfortunately Salt will be joining Gecko and not make it into Q2. Will not be in Q2, so he'll be starting at the back of the field with Gecko. Let's see what Cryptic's guys, he comes through there. 7/10 up, that's a really good time. That's really good there. That'll put him in P10 if he makes it even faster. Paul Gott's called it a run. Here he comes across the line. And P10 for Cryptic. Let's see who's next across. I can't tell. Okay, Zakaria is invalidated, but he has time to get at least one more lap in. He's gonna support his teammate. I think. And he couldn't do it. So AK puts it P15. And Bourbon in the wall. So that is the end of qualifying. So AK at risk of being knocked out. And Red Fire Tiger also at risk. Red Fire not taking any chances. Brad's, he has invalidated. So Brad's, he's gonna have to start. He is out of it. So Brad's is out. Red Fire, I know he's definitely through to Q2. Because Zakaria has not improved it. So Zakaria, Brad's, Bourbon, Salt, and Gecko out of Q1. And Red Fire Tiger, for good measure, puts a P11. So Zakaria. So this will wrap up Q1. Zakaria, Brad's, Bourbon, Salt, and Gecko all out of Q1. And a shocking surprise, AK in the Haas through to Q2. Who will make their run through Q2 and put themselves into Q3? Well, RPL F1 will be back right after this. Alright, so we're back into Q2. And who is going to be out and about on deck? Well, it is Jordan and AK to kick it off. And then Polygod right behind. So, some interesting people to come through into Q2. Well, we already have our obvious ones. We have both Aston Martins. Both Alfa Romeos made it in, which is a really good run there. Both McLarens, both Alpines, an Alpha Tauri. But the big shock is AK and the Haas. That will give him some nice brownie points there for getting him into Q2. And I'll be honest, I don't even remember the last time AK got into Q2. Well, he did in Monaco. Okay, he got into Q2 in Spain with the Haas. Okay. So I thought it was a lot longer that he wasn't in there for. No. And we just saw Jordan just clip the wall. Hopefully he didn't get too damaged. But we are on board with him. Let's see who's out and about on tires. Let's see Polygod, AK and Jordan on mediums. Redfire Tiger ducks back to the pits. The Chiller on an outlap with mediums. Same with TB, Jack, and Cryptic on softs. So that is an interesting little change up. So let's see what Jordan can do here. Is telemetry up here? Almost. This gets to 100 miles an hour coming out of that gate. And 185 through that chicane. Well, he's getting pretty quick. See what he's got when he crosses that. Crosses there about 206 when he crosses the finish line. And he is the fastest right now with a 39.0. AK behind with a in the back with a 40.5. So Polygod, he'll come across and he goes faster, 38.4. What about Jack? Jack, we haven't talked much on this session. Let's see what he's got. Because he will come across the line. And he puts it on top. But only by 1/10 of a second. So Jack on top. Only by 1/10 of a second. And he's one of them soft tire guys. What about TB? Here he comes across the line. And he puts it on top. 37.7. Now, if I saw it right, comparing his Q2 time to this, he's only a couple tenths off his Q2 time. And Cryptic puts it 5th fastest with a 39.5. And a soft compound tire. There goes the Chiller. Gets around AK there. And so far, only two yet to come out Actually, now only one is Reese, as everyone else is out on deck. The Chiller puts it 6th fastest, 39.5, only 200ths off of Cryptic. So he may definitely have to improve. Now Redfire Tiger. So Redfire Tiger, the Alpine team principal, has not had a good start of the season. I mean, let's see, he DNF'd in Bahrain, got 8th place in Spain, and was one of the first cars out in Monaco. And he has currently only got 6 points. He's only got 6 points in the championship standings. So you may be wondering, why is Alpine sitting 4th in the third or 4th in the constructors championship, compared with some of the drivers having not so good points? Well, that's all courtesy of Bourbon. Bourbon, you saw earlier in Q1, crashed out, but in Spain, after getting a penalty removed, he had his P3 reinstated. So that's why Alpine is up there in the point standings, mainly because of Bourbon's podium. So TB still leading the charge with that 37. And there's Payox. Payox, I think, is out of fuel. Yeah, he is. He's out of fuel. But literally, the top 7... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say top 7 hasn't changed, but Beatnik just put himself into 7th now with a 39.5. And he's only a few hundredths off Cryptic and just about 100th off of the Chiller. And lo and behold, NRM, look at NRM, 5th place, 38.8 in the Alfa Romeo, and Luke tops the timing board with a 37.5. Now what about Matt GW? What will he do when he crosses the line? Here he comes, and it's a 3rd place, 37.7. So Matt doing really strong here in Q2. Now remember, this is the lap times that these guys set. This is the tires that they will start on in the race. Now Payox, he's gonna try again. And Luke 5th place grid penalty for smacking AK. We might have to see that again, but now Luke, even if Luke's guaranteed pole, he's not going to have it. And, well, speaking of pole, Reese just put it on top, 37.2. Let's see what Payox can do as he will come across the line. And it is looking a 9th place right now, 39.2. So at this point right now, with 4:45 to go, Noam has yet to get out and onto a lap. But then we have AK, Redfire Tiger, Beatnik, and the Chiller at risk of getting knocked out of Q2. And drivers at the cusp of being out of Q2 is basically Cryptic, Payox, and probably Jordan. Those 3 are at the cusp of maybe being knocked out of Q2. But yeah. I mean, let's just mention that, well, Jack just called it a run. Let's just mention this. NRM, KVS, and Payox Kings right now. Sitting 7th and 9th right now. This is a really strong qualifying for the Alfa Romeo team. So, Payox, I think he's gonna have another run later. You know the Chiller is definitely out on deck. He's gonna meet an Alfa Romeo. Payox, little Payox ducks over. And Jordan. And Jordan's in the wall. Is Jordan in the wall? Yes, he is. Jordan's in the wall. Jordan in the wall on the front stretch. And AK has retired in the pits. He can't go any further. There is Jordan. There he is. Holy, wow, that was close. But the Chiller puts it 8th fastest with a 38.9. So now, here's the thing. These guys are gonna have to beat Jordan's time in order to get through in the Q3, because Jordan has the time to get himself into Q3, but it's just gonna be 9 if that happens. How in the world did Jordan just bottle it there? So Luke has called it. Luke definitely did enough to get through. Reese definitely did enough. Let's see about with Cryptic. Let's see. Well, Cryptic is on a timed lap, and Noam definitely is not going to be making it through. So Noam is going to be joining AK out of Q2. But who else will join those two? At this moment, it's Cryptic, Beatnik, and Redfire Tiger, and we know Jordan is definitely joining them because he crashed out in Q2. He crashed out early. I mean, with this time that he has, he's currently sitting 9th fastest. So here comes Cryptic. Can Cryptic pull another miracle one? He was near the end. He was near the risk of getting knocked out. And will he be able to do something to get himself further? Here he comes across the line. And it is a 39-0. So he makes it through in the 9th. And it knocks Payox into the bottom 5. And Payox will not be able to continue on to improve his time, so Payox is also out of Q2. So Payox will be joining Jordan, Jordan, AK, and Noam out. The question is, what's it going to be for the last two? Beatnik and Redfire. That's who's left. So Beatnik has to be a 39. Has to be the 39.050 to get himself into the top 10 and knock Cryptic out of the Q2. Same applies to Redfire. Well, in Redfire Tiger's case, he has to be a 39.039 to knock him out. So anyways, here comes Beatnik, comes across, and he does not improve. He improves just slightly, but doesn't improve his position. Beatnik is out too. So Redfire, what can he do? Well, here's the thing. if he beats a 39.090, he will get into Q3. However, he will knock his teammate out. And here he comes. And it's a 38.7. So it is Jordan, Cryptic, Payox, Beatnik, AK, and Noam. 6 drivers out of Q2, and only 9 move forward to Q3. So, out of those 9, who will make it forward to put themselves on pole? We'll be right back. Now here we are into Q3. As the cars set on up and out, and it is going to be the Alpine of Red Fire Tiger out first. And he's going to be joined by TB. Actually, no, TB passes him. TB decides, no, I want to get some air, so you're going to be behind me. But let's see, Matt, NRM, KVS, and Luke yet to go out. Now, Redfire, he might have to back up once he gets into a comfortable area. He's going to have to back up to get himself a little room. I don't think he wants to deal with racing with TB on this lap. And speaking of TB, once he comes out of that little chicane, that fast chicane, we'll go on board with him for this lap of Q3. And so you can see his footwork and everything. As we go on board, we'll be keeping quiet here. So here we go. Okay, so TB has abandoned his lap after a scary moment in Castle. Looked like he had a little clip with the wall, so that was a bit of a terrifying thing to see. But Reese is right up there. Look at that. He's getting close to 210 miles an hour. And he just puts it into the 36s because of it. So Reese with a 36.9. Jack puts in a 38.0. Paula got 37.7. And Redfire Tiger 39.2. And the Chiller, currently the slowest at this point, with a 39.8. Whoa, Luke gets a little loose there. He's still putting in purple sectors even though with that. Despite that, he's still putting in purples. So here he comes, and he's gonna go across the line, and it will be a 37.1, only 0.2 off of Reese. What is Matt going to do? I mean, Matt has impressed so far, top 5 in both Q1 and Q2. Will he repeat? Will he repeat higher in Q3? He was 4th fastest in Q1, 3rd fastest in Q2. And at this moment, he is only 5th fastest, 38.7. What about NRM KVS? KVS definitely being the surprise factor here, and he only can muster a 39.3. So TB is the only one yet to set a lap, but at this moment, the top 3, it's Reese, Luke, and Polygon. So Polygon, surprising to put his Aston Martin into the top 3. Oh, now the thing is, what can TB do? Can TB be the heartbreaker for Polygon? Looks like he gets a little bit wide in turn 1. That might hurt him just slightly. So this is repeat number 2. This is repeat number 1 for TB. He had a very scary moment in the castle. There was the... Let's see. Well, once we get to castle, we'll know what happened here. So he's coming up to it now. Well, as you can see, got loose right here and nearly hits the wall just before that right-hander that you just saw him go through. So he got a little loose last time and just grazed the wall. And I'm surprised he didn't get very big superficial damage from that incident. Here comes TB now. What is he going to master up? And it is only going to be a 37.5. Only 4/10 off of Luke. And we have just a little over 3 minutes to go. So most likely that lap that TB did, unless he can make it quickly to the pits, get onto another set of softs and try again, TB's run should be done. But in the Chiller's case, this lap he's gonna do is the last run for him. And most likely we are going to be seeing everybody coming out to try to improve their time. Just one more run to try to get themselves up into the top of the table. And the Chiller, he is the slowest at this point, 39.8. So, I mean, literally, the Chiller, this is something you never expect out of him. Because literally, I'll just put some history in here. The Chiller, the inaugural champion, went inactive in Season 2. Season 3 had a little stint in AlphaTauri. Then went to Renault / Alpine in the start of Season 4. Moved over back to AlphaTauri. And now, back in his home place, he's back in Ferrari. And ironically, he's in the Carlos Sainz 55. He's actually doing really good, 1.3 seconds up, so that will put him in 6th at this moment. Plus he does really fast in this last sector. Here he comes. Where will the Chiller wrap it up? And it is going to be a 38.4. That puts him in 6th place. Now, all eyes are on the last runners. So, under a minute to go. So most likely at this point with those on the outlaps, Reese will be the first one to cross the line, and he's improving nearly 2/10 up. And TB, he stays 3rd. He's not going back out. So TB, unofficially 3rd at this point. Now Luke is the last one. He'll be the last one to cross the line. He'll cross it with just about 10 seconds to go. Just under 10 seconds. He crosses it, 5 seconds to go. Luke has made it. Here we go. The checker flag's out. Q3 is over. Here we go. Let's see what Reese has. And Reese will come across the line. And he does not improve. Just off. Jack, here he comes. He's 5th right now. Here he comes across the line. And it's only 5th fastest. It's only 5th fastest. Here comes Polygon now. So Reese can breathe easy. That's 1 Red Bull knocked off. Here comes Polygon now. Can he improve? Here he comes. And it's just a slight improvement, and it's not enough. And holy wow, Matt goes to 2nd place. So Luke, the only one to deny. He is a couple times up. He may get it here. Red Fire Tiger puts it P7. Here comes NRM KVS P8. Luke, can he deny it? Here he comes. And he does it! And he has done it! Luke on pole! Here for Baku! And there it is, a 36-8! So Luke on pole, Reese second, Matt in third. So a Red Bull, a Mercedes, and a McLaren, the top three. I just cannot expect that. But remember this though, Luke has that 5th-place penalty, so Reese will be in first. Matt is second, TB is third, Paul got 4th, and Jack is 5. Because Luke will be starting in 6th. So Luke will actually be in row 3 with his teammate Polygod. And that's all because of that 5th-place grid penalty he got for smacking into the back of AK. And here we go. So now it is the formation lap, like before. And here we go. So, let's take a look at the grid. So, Reese is starting up on pole with Matt in alongside. That is TB and Polygod making up row 2. Row 3 is Luke and Redfire Tiger. KBS and the Chiller in row 8. And there goes that's Cryptic spawn now. So Cryptic and Beatnik in row 5. Row 6 it is Zakaria and Brad's. And then those in the back of the field for the driver swaps. AK in the Alfa Romeo, he was in Haas. Jack in the Alpha Tauri, he was in Red Bull. Payox, he was in Alfa Romeo, but he was now in Ferrari. Bourbon and Aston Martin was supposed to be Williams. And lastly, Salt was in Alpha Tauri, now in the Red Bull. And back in the back is Leon. So, Jack, the Chiller, KVS, Red, Reese, and Matt on the soft compound tire. Bourbon being the lone wolf going onto the hard compound tires, and everyone else on the medium compound tires. So Alpha Tauri's driver Beatnik has just raised a question, and it's being noted and reviewed. Luke, TB, and Polygod being reviewed for perhaps being taken, might be noted and looked to see if they started on the correct compound. But that we'll have to take a look at it. A bit later on. But the 5 lights come on to start Baku. And we are off and away. And Matt gets a phenomenal start. So is the Chiller. He gets a wicked strong start. As these guys go nearly 3 wide in there. And we have contact in there. And there goes the Chiller off and around in the wall. And these guys just thunder into turn number 2. Very tight, very squeezy here. And it is Matt holding the charge, leading the way. And it is Reese in second, TV third, Luke is in fourth already, Red Fire Tiger up in the fifth. So some people may have bonked out the wall, maybe, but it is really tight in everything here. As we're on board with Cryptic, now moving forward just a little bit. As these cars just get a little tight. Here we go, in the castle for the first time Let's just make sure everything goes good. And oh, Brands has smacked the wall in castle. And that's gonna hurt him just quite a lot. And he's gonna lose positions. He just lost P11 to Jack. And he's gonna have to be careful in this braking zone here. He's got Payox right in his back end. But some of these guys have been thrown around, bonked about, everything. And it is a bit of a mess here, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Reese alongside of Matt. This is a battle for the lead. And here he goes. And here we go. And it is going to be Reese. And well, once this glitch is fixed. And we have an issue. That's salt in the wall. It looks like more issues. Perhaps. Leon. Okay. Well, Matt was leading. Now it's just showing him in... Okay, never mind. We're fixed. We're fixed now. Okay, so... We just got that all fixed up, and oh, we got trouble again. That's the Chiller on the wall, and the Chiller, come on, buddy. Well, the Chiller resets the track, so, and it has already been noted and everything. The Chiller 5 second time penalty for reset to track. Anyways, as everyone just files it back into place, once this gets fixed and everything, and we don't have a freaking buggy thing over here, because literally it's showing like people are like over a minute ahead, over a lap ahead, and all that junk. This is very glitchy, that's for sure. Yeah, and it still shows it very glitchy. Like, literally, it shows Reese is over a minute behind, Matt. Anyways, Reese, on the inside, heading into turn 3. Here we go, little lockup, little contact between Reese and Matt. And that is a 3-way fight for the top 3. Now make it a 4-way fight, because here comes Luke as well. Stand by. And, well, this is gonna be a big one. So this is going to be a big one. Luke disqualified from this event for starting on the incorrect tires. He set his fastest lap in Q2 on the soft compounds. He started the race on the mediums. So he's on the improper tire. So that is the end. So that completes. So literally, we will not be counting Luke in this case, because Luke incorrect tire start the event. So he basically does not count. So in this standpoint, top 10, it is Reese, Matt, TB, Polygon, Redfire Tiger, Cryptic, KVS, Beatnik, Jack, and Payox. That's your top 10. And Reese gets himself into the lead. So here comes TB now, as Jack gets past Beatnik, get himself into ninth place. Here comes TB on the attack. He's trying to get past. Matt is a little squeeze. They're side by side. And Matt up into the wall. And that puts TB into second place. So TB up into second place. So TB up into second. Matt hanging on in third. Paul got up into fourth. Yep, and now we got trouble in the castle. That's the Chiller and AK together. And the Chiller in the wall and AK in there. Now we have a, let's see, just moving a little bit further. It is a battle for fifth place. Between the two Alpha Tauri, the two Alpine teammates, and Cryptic clears Red Fire. Jack getting up into seventh. So Jack up into seventh place. KVS in eighth. Payox 9. Beatnik in 10th now. Okay, well, Luke has been notified several times. He's been notified a few times. He has to come in, and he's ignoring those requests. And oh, Redfire Tiger spuns out. No, there's Cryptic around. And Cryptic spins out too, but I think Cryptic just reset the track. Stand by just a second. DeCillo was in the pit, so figured I'd message him and let him know. Say, hey, have him let Luke know that Luke is done. So TB leading the charge. TB leading the charge. He's in second. It's a Mercedes 1-2, Reese and TB. Matt's hanging in third. Paul got 4. Red Fire Tiger 5. And Payox just got past Jack for 6th. So, I have had a couple questions, so I'm just going to mention this here in regards to this man, Luke. So, the reason, here's what's going on. So, when we restarted, we went straight to the race, and the rule is, when a restart happens with just the race only, after qualifying's done, whatever tire you were on to set your fastest lap in Q2, that's the tire you must start on in the race. Even in a race restart, you must be on that tire compound. Luke was on the soft top tires when he did that lap. However, as you can tell, he's on the mediums. Therefore, per that rule, Luke is in a way, should be, and most likely, I think, if the stewards are saying it, Luke should be disqualified, and I believe we did have the confirmation there. So, Luke does not even count in this event. Anyways, Cryptic, battling with Jack, clears Jack. Is KBS close by? No, he's not close yet, but Cryptic takes 7th place from Jack, and we have a new leader, and that is the 2 Mercedes are fighting. That may not be a good idea, it may not be wise, but Reese putting up a fight. And we have issues in turn 1. That is AK around. Yeah, that's AK around, and he's just lost it again. So AK not having some fun, but TB still took the lead back. He's got Reese right behind, and a little ways away, and a safety car deployed. Yeah, safety car has been deployed. One moment. Okay, so we did have a major error here to mention. So originally we thought the thought was that Luke was not going to be competing because he was on the wrong tire. Well, we did find out from the Red Bull team that it was confirmed true. He did set his lap on the mediums, so Luke is perfectly good. So in this sense, we will classify him now as your leader. Paul God is in second, and TB is sitting in third. So safety car is coming in this lap, and we did also find another little error that went wrong in this game. We discovered that damn it, that when the restart was done, damage was turned off. So that's not good. Off goes Luke, takes off, and he is gone. Ahead of Paul God and TB, and Matt as well. Matt on trying to make an attack on TB. Now Beatnik in fifth, Payox sixth. He's got Jack and KVS with him, and Reese had the pit for mediums. Now he's gonna have to give it a go again. And TB and Matt bowing out for third. Look at this battle alongside, and Matt gets himself in the third. Matt up in the third. TB fighting back. Jack gets clear of Payox. Gets himself in there. KVS battling with Red Fire. Oh boy, this is gonna get nasty. And a little contacted Red passes in Castle. You never see that. You never see that, as Beatnik gives up fifth to Jack. Now AlphaTauri's coming alive. They're 5th and 6th right now. AlphaTauri is definitely coming alive here. Oh, here comes Matt. Here's Matt. He's under challenge with TB.
Now, one more lap and then the DRS will be activated. Look at this, Bourbon and KVS battling. There goes Bourbon. There comes Salt now. Salt on the inside. And he slingshots by. And Bourbon goes off the track. So Bourbon off the track. He falls way backwards. See Salt, Payox trying to hold him off. Payox actually putting in some nice defending to keep Salt behind. He doesn't want to deal with a challenge in the castle. And not gonna lie there, and there goes Beatnik, just gets a bump from Red, and Beatnik gets loose and loses several spots. Red getting himself in a little bit of trouble. But now, here we go. Salt now passing Payox now. But now we have this little battle. Polygon has no chance. He's giving it up. And oh, we got trouble. Reese and Bourbon. Wait, no. Is it Reese? No, it's KVS around. The KVS spins out. I thought Reese got. Well, Reese did get involved in it somehow. He's thrown all the way back. He's all the way back in 15th place right now. And AK is just he is trying to wreck Reese out. I think that might be why Reese was having trouble to get past, because AK was just being really stubborn and stiff. But we're just seeing that on the stream, so AK, I think, well, that incident between Reese and AK should most likely be noted by the stewards, and will probably have to be checked at. So perhaps reckless and dangerous driving on AK's part, and AK actually around. And look at this battle for the castle. It's Brad into Chiller, but he loses spots. And Brad back in it. And Brad's actually disconnected. Anyways, looks like we're gonna have a battle for third now. And comes TB. Weeks up and alongside, and Matt just takes the lead too. So we have a change in third and a change in the lead. Matt takes the lead, and TB up in the third place. As Zakaria clears 2 cars, and Zakaria in the points in the Williams car. This is a nice little turn of events here. And there goes oh! Little collision between Bourbon and Zakaria. But, good lord. So there we go. Here, that's Salt right there in 6th place. Reese clears Zakaria, puts himself in 11th. And Zakaria falls back, and he has gone all the way to 13th. And AK in the pits and retired. He's done. So AK done. Luke actually falling behind the Matt. Matt's really putting on the firepower here. Maybe we might have a battle for 8th. And there goes Cryptic. Slingshots, maybe. Ooh, Lord, he got it. Cryptic up in the 8th place. What a fiery shot by Cryptic there. But now Payox has a little problem. There goes Bourbon on the outside. Taking the long way around. Now he's got inside line in turn 4. Good Lord, this is close and tight. But, oh, they're still fighting. They're still fighting it out. But nope, that's the end of it. Bourbon up in the 9th. He's got Reese right. Payox has Reese right in his butt. That's gonna put Reese back in the points if he can get clear. This is a nice four-way fight. This is a nice four-way fight for 8th place here. Bourbon wants to sneak in to try to get by Cryptic. He has to back off. Has to back off. Good call by Bourbon there. And Bourbon better exit, and he gets clear. Bourbon up in the 8th now. But Cryptic, he's gonna get the mercy of DRS. And Leon in the wall. And Luke in the pits. And look at Reese. Reese just clears 2 cars. Reese clears 2 cars. And he's up into 8th place, clearing both Bourbon and Payox. Luke in the back right now with 11th right now. But there's only 10 laps to go, so he's got plenty of momentum to get himself back into this. And we have an issue. Zakaria had an issue with the chiller by looks of it. He was in the wall, I think. Now Luke's gonna have a bit of a problem because he's got 4 cars to clear, and this is gonna be a little interesting. So here he goes. He's going after number 1, which is Payox. And there's that. And, oh, Cryptic bumps the wall. Bourbon off the wall. Here comes Luke on the inside of both. Maybe not. Bourbon putting up a fight. And Polygon in the pits now. And, whoa! Pinball action. But Luke, look at that. Mastercraft of Luke, and he puts himself into 7th by clearing 3 cars. And Polygon now moves to 11th with that soft tire run. Bourbon just cleared. Oop, maybe not. Bourbon and Payox are still fighting. Whoa! Oh, drift by Bourbon there. Now Bourbon to try to get back. Bourbon's putting up a nice little fight. Looks like we're gonna have a little battle for 3rd now. It's gonna be between Jack and Salt. Polygon clears Cryptic Paul got up in the 10th now. Matt still setting the fastest lap. Good lord. Matt putting on a stormer of a lap. And now Salt with the DRS. Oh, Salt actually he's actually going in. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, but a little confused. I wonder why Salt had to go into the pits. Well, he comes out, he's going to be right behind Cryptic in 10th. So right now, that's Paul God, and oh boy. And there goes Bourbon around. And there goes Payox. Oh no. Payox running in the top 10. Now he's pretty much done. And there goes Paul God, clears Bourbon. Now Paul got up in the 7th. And Salt looking to clear the Cryptic. Cryptic clears off. Lets Salt through. So, very smart on Cryptic's part. May have cost him a place, but he's still at it. And the Chiller around again. This time in Castle. And did he reset again? Not sure. I think he might have, but I'm not sure. I think he might have, but I'm not positive. And Zakaria in trouble. Salt slingshots past Bourbon. And Reese clears Red. And Zakaria into the pits, he's out. Oh, never mind, he's not. He's right there. And Luke clears Red. That puts him into 5th place. And what is Leon doing? Yeah, just go. In the pits, but knowing him, I think he's probably gonna do something to change the race again. He did 2 weeks ago in Spain, crashed out basically on purpose. Now here comes Luke. See if he can make something happen. It's not close enough yet. The Salt clears Polygod, puts him into 7th place. This is a good battle here. The battle of the two rivals, Reese and Luke. Here goes. Let's see. He's got the better exit. Here he goes on the outside. And Luke putting up a fight. Reese saying no, I ain't quitting. But it's not enough. Luke in this 4th place now. Luke up in the 4th. Beatnik in trouble. Beatnik sitting stranded in turn 3. So right now, as it looks, the top 10 right now, it's Matt, TB, Jack, Luke, Reese, Red, Salt, Polygon, Bourbon, and Cryptic. I do wonder if Reese is going to go for it. I think he is going to try. He's going to go for it to try to get 4th place back. And he makes it work. And Reese back up in the 4th now. So Reese back in the 4th. Luke right behind in 2nd and 5th. And, oh, low contact. But Luke gets himself back in the 4th again. This battle's still heating up. Meanwhile, here comes Salt and Red. And Salt gets himself into 5th place. 6th place, I'm sorry. And the Chiller in the pits. And, oh, Red's around. Red around. The evidence with bourbon or something. Well, the two Aston Martins are inside each other. Oh boy, here we go. Jack now under pressure. He's up against Luke. Reese trying to catch back in. And Luke clears Jack. Unfortunately, Reese not close enough. Maybe Reese might try. Might try to get himself in the 4th now. To get it done, maybe? No. But Jack have a DRS. Reese is stuck. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. And, oh no, there goes Reese. Oh no. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to Reese, but he tried to make the move, but it was too late. It was a bit late, and that was not going to work. So, I mean, that was not Jack's fault, in honesty. That was not Jack's fault, in honesty. That was an error on Reese's part himself. But now he's at risk of losing 5th to Salt, and that's not what he wants. Because let's see. At this point, Mercedes has 28 points going in, and Red Bull has, let's see, looks like 23 right now. Oh, 24. So if Salt passes Reese, Red Bull and Mercedes will be scoring the same. Mercedes will only gain 1 point in the constructors. So here we go. And Reese is now caught back up to Jack. There's only a couple laps left to go. And Matt has actually been putting on a nice, strong run. Oh no, Jack, 3-second penalty. No, that's not good. So that, even if Jack finishes where he is in 4th, he's going to get dumped to 6th. But Reese has Salt all over his back end, just sniffing at that tail of his. Reese doing the same thing to Jack. Let's see what happens. ABS joins the 3-second penalty crew. And there goes Reese on the outside. Clears Jack. And now Reese up in the 4th. And Jack surrenders. And Jack surrenders his 5th place to Salt. Nice work of the Red Bull drivers working together. I mean, it's simple and obvious there. And Cryptic clears his boss Red Fire. Anyways, back to what I was saying about with Salt getting 5th easily from Jack. It's because Jack on 15 lap old medium compound versus Salt's 5 laps. So Salt has a better opportunity to get higher positions. Meanwhile, the 2 Alpines still fighting. That's for P9 and P10. They must not make mistakes or else they're going to be out of points. And this will not be good for them. And Cryptic, he's going to be getting his first points in his debut race. Red Fire Tiger will be getting his first points since Spain. Because he was one of the first ones out in Monaco. Actually, he was literally the first one out. Anyways, we have now entered the last lap. It is Matt with a commanding 10-second lead over TB, and TB has a nice comfortable 6.5-second lead over Luke. But now Reese under pressure from Salt, and he gets in there. He makes it work, but looks like Reese has the better exit. There he goes into turn number 2 now. This is going to be a good little fight. Here. Where is Reese going to go? Salt might need to make a move. Maybe. No. Okay. And Reese just gets by. So this is a nice little fight between Reese and Salt. These two are still going at it, just like the 2 Alpines, Red Fire and Cryptic. They're still fighting for 9th place. They're still fighting it for 9th place there, that's for sure. But we're now moving into the last few corners for this man. He got a blistering start in the race. He got a blistering start at the start, and he's done it pretty well. Matt GW gets his victory. And I think this is the first time a McLaren has won here in RPL. TB comes across in 2nd, and here comes Luke. He'll cross the line in 3rd. And there comes Reese. Can Salt do something right at the line? No, he cannot. Just slightly off. So Salt, 5th place. Jack in 6th. Paul God will be finishing in 7th. Bourbon will be in 8th. And then it's going to be the 2 Alpines of Cryptic and Red to complete the top 10. So, as far as who I think should be driver of the day, well, I'm gonna be honest. But I think this is gonna be going to the combination of Jack and Salt. Those two with the driver swap, they started at the back of the grid and they moved and worked their way through the field and get themselves up into some nice point standings of 5th and 6th. So I think, in my opinion, those two are nice, good combination strengths for driver of the day. But there's also this man, Matt, gets himself a win. And it's been quite a while since Matt won a race. I believe it was I think it was season 4. Somewhere in season 4. That was the last time he won a race. So this is a long time coming for Matt here. And I'll just mention this. Reese was 4th place. That breaks his record of 3 of his 2nd place runs. So that was nuts there. So actually the top 10 just got inverted a bit. Matt is your winner and all that such, but actually it's Cryptic in 8th, Redfire 9, and Bourbon 10. I wonder why Bourbon's 10. Why did Bourbon get 10th place? I'll have to locate it, I guess. Ignoring yellow flag. You got a 20-second penalty for ignoring yellow flag. Okay. That was weird. Well, that is going to conclude the stream for this evening. But here is where things will kick off again. So, Friday, 7 p.m. UK. F1 Tier 2 will be racing in Monza. Then next Saturday, kicking off at 4:30 p.m. UK, Saturday. F2 will be in France, and that's where F1 will also be as well. So, from RPL Streams, this is Ty9 saying good night. Have a good one.